Push it. I'm doing. Oh. So this is what, number 4? Number 4. Number 4. 8. 9. Spot me on that or no? All right, let's go. Final set. Come on. Number 7. Shoot for 7. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. 7. Come on. 8. On this side, I got 2 on here. That actually, you know what? This is really good. It isolates. Please, bro. Yeah. 8, 9. Come on, Jake. 10. Ow. Come on. All the way up, Matt. All the way up. 10. That's it. Okay, so there was a shoulder and trap routine for the 2009 Mr. Olympia. Started with some heavy presses. This year, a little different from years past. Trying to go a little less reps. So if you notice, I stopped at 10 reps on a lot of things. The heavy compound movements. Kept the weights a little heavier. Trying to keep more dense muscle because I want to be fuller for Olympia stage. So training heavier through the year has allowed me to keep a lot more fullness than years past. And not just for shoulders, but all the other body parts too. So we started with some Smith machine presses. We alternate back and forth between Smith and dumbbells and hammer strength. Today just happened to be Smith presses. Went up to a reasonably heavy weight, 315. Good pump from that. Rolled over to side laterals. You saw a couple sets. Brian gave me a spot. Went up to 70 pounds on that. Really got a good burn on that. Really trying to get those caps off. My shoulders are really big this year, so we rolled over next to my favorite plate raise. Started with 35s and went up to 45. A little too heavy. To try to flatten those out. The most important thing is to keep them out, not just to bring them up, but to keep them out so it really hits that outer head, and to keep them flat to the floor as you bring it up. So with the 45s, there's a little drag there, so I stayed a little lighter. Felt a little bit more with the 35s. We went over to some rear delts, which I've really been focusing on this year, doing more free weight movements. Before I focused on rear delt machine or cables. Stuck with more free weights. You saw we had a padded apparatus where we held our chest down and allowed us to stretch it out and really work the delts with those dumbbell laterals for rear delts. So next we incorporated the FST7 for our delts, pretty much all around delt in the machine. So we did 7 sets, short rest between. You saw me sip on water between each set. Really try to get the blood in there. I had trouble carrying my bag over when we started traps after that, and I think Brian would tell you the same. He was pretty fried. Those 7 sets, the higher volume really gets the blood in there, and that's what we're trying to do, trying to get as much blood and nutrients into the muscle and stay as full as possible, because it's all illusion. It's not about how much weight you push. We're trying to create the physique to be a little different this year, more fuller, more vascular, so a little more volume is going to bring out more detail and vascularity. And we finished with some traps here. We use this different type of shrug machine here. We're actually training at the most hardcore gym in Las Vegas, the Gold's Gym Flamingo Sandhill location, which a lot of the people watching here realize that this is the closest gym to the Strip. So if you want to train at the most hardcore gym in Las Vegas, you're closest to it when you stay on the Las Vegas Strip. Gold's Gym Flamingo Sandhill. This is where all the hardcore equipment is. You can see all the Bodybuilding-Legends on the wall here. I've trained here for many shows. This year's Olympia, I trained legs, pretty much consistently here. So, we're going to come back and do some legs tomorrow. But this has pretty much been my home base now, training for the competition, and I think I have good results. I feel good going into the contest, and I'm looking for the best result, and that's a win. I want to win back the title, so it's looking good. It's looking good. I feel good. I feel strong, focused, re-energized, determined, and willing. That's the most important thing. And you see with my training, the intensity has definitely picked up a little bit. And training with a partner now has allowed me to be able to push a little harder, get some force reps in there. And we'll see what it unveils once I get my physique up on stage and take it to them on September 26th, 25th. We're going to show the world the new version of Jay Cutler. So, until tomorrow, sign off. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So today we're here with the famous Christian Audigier, and my name is Jason Ellis. I'm very honored to have the privilege to interview Mr. Audigier here.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Jay.
Yes. And so recently you started sponsoring Jay Cutler, the famous bodybuilder. And I just wanted to hear a little bit about how that came about, and if you could just tell us a little bit how you started to know about Jay Cutler.
I believe it was very simple. He came with me with my trainer, actually, a French guy. His name is Mamet, and he's also a bodybuilder. And he told me, look, I know very well Jay, and I would love to introduce you to him. So Jay come one day, and I see this guy super bodybuilding, and I said, I need to dress you, man. I need to help you in something. And the guy was so cool, and we become friends. And today he's one of the spokesperson of the brand,
Yes.
And he's very good for me because it's a new world for me, the bodybuilding world, and I like all those people,
Yes, excellent. And so I saw that you were actually on a French television station with Jay Cutler as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was it a news station, or what was that?
No. I don't remember. Was it on the station? I believe it was a French TV did an interview on me, and was some spot that we shoot over here. Actually, he come the same day, and we shoot also the new world, en fait, which was the bodybuilding builder world,
Right. And I noticed in your promo video, there was a video with you and Arnold Schwarzenegger, where Arnold actually asked you for your business card.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I thought was a funny thing.
Yeah, it was funny. I was very honored this day to meet Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he asked me for my business card. So what I did, what I give to him, and his kids dressing always in NRG. They love the brand.
Right. So can you tell us a little bit about how Ed Hardy got started?
But NRG is also a wonderful story, It was 5 years ago. I was watching actually the people in the street wearing tattoos, They always wearing tattoos, and I said, why don't doing a brand based on tattoos? So I googled some name, and then NRG come up. He was the godfather of tattoo.
Right.
So I give a call to the guy, meet him, and he come with an amount fantastic of tattoos, those tattoos flash that you see in the parlor.
Right.
And we make a deal, so doing a brand based on his name and his artwork, and today he's become a phenomenon.
Absolutely, as have you.
Yeah.
So I heard that you recently have introduced a new wine.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
But the new wine, which is normal.